about Bosch as a dual role.
Okay.
So data engineer plus and a calibration engineer.
Okay.
So core mechanical and core IT. Now I got it. So
Okay.
that is making me happy to work there.
Okay.
So this is small story.
Okay.
Keep on working, then you will get to know experience also. Then you doesn't want to remember everything.
Mm-hmm.
So in the starting, I used to do mug up something kind.
Okay.
Not in the online session. So actually, I was in the hometown.
Okay.
There we have some network issue, blah blah, so thing.
Mm-hmm.
So then that we used to keep our mobile data, and we have to keep in a particular place. So we used to get where maximum width. There were 3P. So
Okay.
practice, persistence, that thing. So I appreciate that thing. One thing is I kept the daily classes on time.
Okay.
So that is
Yeah, I know that.
That helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
11 and even the parent that what you are doing, you start laptop by 8 and you sit for 2. What you are doing actually? Are you doing something else or like?
Okay.
So they used to tell no, you sleep.
Hello everyone, this is John, Data Science Career Transition Expert. Welcome you all to this Career Transition Stories. Today we are having Viddyasagar, who is currently working in Robert Bosch. Actually, he made a career transition from mechanical into this data science field. So what is his story? What are the struggles he went through? Is it really possible for someone who's having zero coding knowledge from mechanical, non-IT background to get into the field of IT with core experience? That's what we're going to understand. And a lot of other stories we are going to learn from or hear from Sagar today. So sit back and enjoy this conversation. I hope this entire conversation is definitely going to be a life-changing experience for you all, in case if you're thinking, is it possible for me to get into IT from core mechanical background? Okay. So Sagar, thank you for joining me in this particular conversation.
Thank you,
okay. So Sagar, one question I do have is you actually made a career into this data science field from core background, right?
Yes.
So I know we have talked more before this conversation. So you can also start sharing about your experience to people who are actually watching, from where you're from, why did you get into this particular data science field, what are the struggles you went through. You can detailedly explain to everyone so that they can also understand it. Yeah, please.
Yeah, hi. So myself
Mhm.
Viddyasagar. So we started my career from 2018 itself, as soon as I completed my degree.
Mhm.
And then I started working as in a startup company.
Mhm.
So that company used to make something for automobile.
Mhm.
So there we used to perform some of damage analysis for the cars.
Okay.
So that is something with related to data science part, deep learning. So that made me to drag into this data science field. So there actually I wasn't in the complete data science part, but still somehow I used to support for the entire data set. So there I was very opportunity to work as from intern. There I started, and then I went until a team lead. So then even from the company side, they given opportunity to learn with more in the deep learning AI.
Okay.
So then even as COVID hits more of them. So then I took the classes one of the institute. So then I started learning there. It went started very well, but in the middle of the time, due to some unavailability and some issues, I went off. So then I took some break, 1 and 2 months. So then again I restarted when I got you there. So then it went very well. I completed 6-month course. Then I did some of the Q&A sessions, all those things that went well. After then I started giving interviews. So actually what I felt giving more interview will help your knowledge, you will know how to do the so many things. So that made me help. And even whenever I used to get doubts, and that when you have to clear us. So then finally currently I'm working in a Robot Bosch as a dual role.
Okay.
So data engineer plus and a calibration engineer.
Okay.
So core mechanical and core IT. Now I got it. So
Okay.
that is making me happy to work there.
Okay.
So this is small story.
Okay.
We will go further then.
Okay, that's a good story. Basically, he already started working, right? So he's working in the core industry itself. So, and he got a chance to see how exactly data science team is working and data engineers team is working. So that's what it caught his attention, right?
Yeah.
So that's when he immediately, he saw that automation kind of work, everything in his own field. That's what he didn't stop, he just moved, right?
Yeah.
So that's what even in my previous story, in my one of the assistant professor, if you just go back and watch, his name is Matthew.
Okay.
So I just made an interview with him too. So he also said he found something getting automated in his job. So it's good that identifying what exactly is getting automated in this century and trying to putting into this action is something very important, which most people will never do.
Yeah.
So it's good that you have found it and immediately applied and you got into this field.
Yeah.
So the next question, the follow-up question is, in this particular learning track, right? So as you're from non-IT coding background, how was this training experience? So you're just getting trained from me, but was it too much challenging because it's completely scripting we are doing in this particular programming? So was it too much challenging? Was it very difficult? So how did you manage to learn it?
Yeah. So in the starting phase, like I used to get some difficulties because I know the process.
Okay.
So even though in the previous organization, I know like how the steps going to work and how the process, but I haven't been in the coding part.
Okay.
So when I started learning coding, the Python, so basically in the starting phase, I used to get very like, whenever in the class session, so if you're going to too fast now, so I used to get stuck. Oh, what is saying? So if you, sometimes I think I felt like giving the tab thing, when I check the tab, so you'll get all the parameter. Right. So that kind of thing we faced in the initial stage. Then as I moved ahead, so then slowly I got the touch with that.
Okay.
So now I know something like even we don't remember everything. I know just like, okay, I need something, I will just type and tab. So then so and so comments I will get. So based on that, like as you keep on working, then you will get to know experience also. Then you doesn't want to remember everything. So in the starting, I used to do like mug up something kind.
Okay.
So I had to keep so if it comes something problem like that, I have to do this only. Okay. So then I know like no, that won't work. So you have to just keep your process thing proper. So then you will keep on learning. So that thing I went forward.
Okay.
So that is one thing. And apart from like if I take that entire journey, so as I said in the previous conversation, so like I took some break, all those things. So but when you start like learning the things, like you should focus and you should give a determined time to that part.
Correct.
So that I felt, and in my last phase I took entire part in a one shot and never taken any break in that one. So that made me live to get success in the career transition from non-IT to IT background.
Okay, wonderful, good story. So see, that's what even I tell this two C's every time. So I'm able to see that whoever is making a career into this, this two C's, it's just now I'm remembering it. First C is commitment. Okay, without commitment, you cannot start. So you committed first time and you just started, but you were never ended because you were not consistent. Right?
Yeah.
So without commitment, you cannot start. Without consistency, you will never end. So second time when you just again restarted, you were so consistent, and that's why I think you ended up here.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, wonderful. So now the next question is that you were just learning with us, and you moved into this particular data science field, right? So along with you, how many learners learned? And also, what is their story? Are you still in touch with them? Are they also working in some industries, or have you been in touch with them? So what are other people doing in your your circle?
Yeah, like in that 6 months, I got some good friends.
Okay.
So one of girl is from Sirsi. So I don't know that, but we got very good friend now. So we used to keep in touch every day, and sometimes she used to ask a referral from my side, and we used to ask her, and like that bonding also got great. And like out of that, we as like in the institute, we got some to do with the project part, right? So like 4 or 5 friends we got grouped there, and out of that, I think 2 or 3 like we are in touch now. Apart from they are also working some. I think the girl which I mentioned, she's working in Bangalore, one of the company, and she's working in the data analyst part.
Okay.
And one of our guys, he's working in Hyderabad. Okay. So actually that guy was a very fresher, and so then that project made also like I was very experienced in that like saying like senior, and that guy is very fresher, and the girl was a very like mid 1 year to experience. Okay. And one of the like teammates, she's from Pune. and she doesn't understand English also. She was a bit. So then she used to connect with us, and later we got some discontinued. We are not in touch, but yeah, other 2 or 3 friends we are in touch, and now that bonding also great now.
Okay.
So they are also in the good position. Yeah, it is going well now.
Okay, so as a team, you are all settled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever the project people we are then, out of the 2 or 3, we who are in the touch, so we are in the good condition with
Okay,
them.
wonderful. So when you mentioned this, so I think you were learning online, right? So
Yeah.
how was learning through online experience? Was it difficult, or were you able to manage? So how was that experience? You can share.
Okay. So as we got in the online session. So actually I was in the hometown.
Okay.
There we have some network issue, blah blah, so thing. So then that we used to keep our mobile data, and we have to keep in a particular place. So we used to get where maximum width. So we used to do that one, and so with respect to learning phase, so I used to get these class sessions on the time, and used to complete the sessions.
Okay.
So then what, with respect to learning, I have to complete our office task, all those things. So then in the evening, I used to work on the whatever the task which we used to get from you side. So then we used to give at least some time in the evening later, before going to sleep or that one.
Okay.
So that thing I think I practice continuously until I get in the job.
Okay.
So keep practicing and keep going on, and I think I used to get in that. There were 3P. So practice, persistence, that thing. So I appreciate that thing. So yeah, whatever in this learning in the online, I haven't felt so much difficulty apart from data issues, all those things. But only thing is face-to-face instruction, that is thing missing. But apart from whenever we used to get the doubts, we used to clear, and yeah, that used to go well.
Okay, wonderful. So that's a good journey, because in his journey, if you see, you are working and also you're studying, right?
Yeah.
So how did you manage this? Because most people struggle here, they are managing this, and even you are not also getting good network, right? So that was a very difficult thing. So you connected with your mobile hotspot, sometimes data insufficiency, that problem also it will be. So how did you manage, your work and also your training time? How much time you usually spend to learn every day?
Okay, so one thing what I committed, right? So in the working phase, it was very difficult to complete your task.
Okay.
So actually what I made, I used to have a class by 3 to 5.
Okay.
So whatever my calendar was in the working condition, so I kept that as a busy.
Okay.
So even if someone used to ask in the company, I used to tell no, give me some this time, but I will cover it in the early morning. So but when everyone will start work in our office was 9 or above.
Okay.
But I used to start by 8:38. So that kind I used to start earlier, and I used to wind up earlier.
Okay.
So until if I in the 3 to 5 am I used to focus on the classes. Then after 5 I used to check whatever the mail or blah blah, so things whatever the company used to give. So then I used to check, and I used to reply back.
Okay.
And that so even we got clash with the company saying that you are doing something out of the company that is not a great.
Okay.
But somewhere until I finished the classes, I managed that one. So before I used to enter the classes, so I used to complete all the tasks.
Okay.
So even if I have something, so I just manage to open in the computer only. So I used to keep the multiple windows.
Okay.
So if it is very major thing, so then I used to avoid the class, and I used to join the meeting, all those things. So then I used to take the recordings. So then I used to watch, and I used to follow. Yeah, but one thing is I kept the daily classes on time.
Okay.
So that is
I know that.
That helped me a lot. Otherwise, if I skip, and that used to make me this one. And whenever I miss the classes, then I used to cover that on the weekends.
Okay.
Since our weekend is working is 5 days, so that I used to cover on the weekend.
Okay, got it. So it was a very challenging experience, right? So when you're working and you wanted to give some excuses or reasons to the manager, so it's just that he just gave a picture that 3 to 5 is something busy, right? So he doesn't wanted to tell them, but it's just that he made sure he covers the time in the morning or late in the evening, right? So he was also work ethic man, so he doesn't cheated anybody while he was working. He makes sure to join before time and take extra time, and also he see during my session every day there will be a task, right?
Yeah.
So completing the task within the given time also it's a big challenge. So how did you manage that too?
Okay. So I think like we used to use like 2 or 3 days, or sometimes like whatever on the Friday session then. So that would be easy for like to complete the task because we used to get the weekends.
Right.
So but I think I used to manage something after like whatever the office task. So 3 to 5 used to get the classes, then 5 to 6 I used to work for the office. Sometimes it prolonged to 7:30. So then I used to like, oh well, let's take what do we call nap for some time.
Okay.
So then somehow I managed like very night. So then I used to sit for like 9:30, 11, and even my in the parent they tell, what you are doing? You start laptop by 8 and you sit for 2. What you are doing actually? Are you doing something else or like?
Okay.
So they used to like tell, no, you sleep. So even though I used to tell them, no, wait, some like 5 to 10 minute work. So something I went to prolong 12:30, and sometimes like if I feel interesting, so it used to went like around 1 p.m. One night also midnight.
Okay.
And one day my dad, I think he woke up like one something.
Okay.
I was still in like watching the classes or something doing.
Okay.
What you're doing? It is already 1 p.m. So I thought like, it was a weekend like Saturday night. So then no, I was no, that is fine. You just wind up. And I told like, no, you give me fun. No, like until I wound up, he haven't crossed my room also. Like then, okay, I thought like let me finish, and I closed that one.
Okay.
But only thing is I kept practicing in the after the our office work.
So here in this journey, I can see that he even sacrificed his weekends, right, to complete the given task, right? So a lot of times even we think that we need to enjoy our weekends, leisure time and everything, but it's just that you even sacrificed that a long time and you were completely focused on it.
Yeah.
So that is also a good thing. So one last question before last question. So you moved into this particular, from your core work to this Robert Bosch, you made a migration. So what was your previous salary and how much percentage of hike, they were ready to give, and how did you negotiated it? So was articulation a big thing when you're doing the negotiation? So how did that experience, can you just share that too?
Yeah, okay. So before going like changing my career, so I was like around 5 to 7 LPA in that range. So but as I like went on that like completing the classes, so I given so many interviews.
Okay.
I was not like I got in one of the like. So it was fortunate that I got a call from Bosch.
Okay.
So when they called me and they told like we are from Bosch and we have like shortlisted for your interview. I was a bit surprised.
Okay.
And they told, I asked them, is it genuine Bosch? Because that time like everyone used to call us and they used to say give like big company name, and they used to tell we used to hire some. So because previously I got so many like branding names and they told like we are third party roles, all this. Then literally I asked that HR, is it genuine Bosch?
Okay.
So, why you are asking that kind?
Okay.
So then it went well.
Okay.
And interview got scheduled and I cleared the interview. So first round, second round, it was very long interview.
Okay.
And like interview result was held. I haven't got result, and I was just checking the LinkedIn persons who work in the Bosch, specifically in the data science team.
Okay.
So I just texted them like how is the salary demand, all those things. So that I got to know like that guy told us something like 10-15 something that was. Okay. So every time whenever I used to give interview, someone asked like what is your expectation, I used to give like whatever like 100%, 200% hike used to ask. So definitely like I kept my mind like so if someone asks, I will tell like 15 LP I need.
Okay.
So I think so then same thing I told with Robert Bosch also. So like since they are like they wanted to hire me, so they told okay we will talk to later. So then it went like weekdays. So still I haven't got any reply. So then something later work conversation happened like, so you should know how to like sell yourself. So then I told like no, market is like this, so and so I have skills and so and so. So they told like why should we pay so much, they asked.
Okay.
I don't know, like see if you see the market and if you see our like one of our friend also getting so many in the outside market, then why you are not able to give. So I think they went and they finally given some 80 to 70% hike for me.
Okay.
So then that was a very happy moment for me, since like actually I want to make a transition. So since they are giving that much, and that was happy. I think after joining the Bosch, again I got hike also.
Okay.
So within 6 months, and like teammates are very shocked.
Okay.
Hey, you guy came only 6 months back with so much hike package, and again you got from hike.
Okay.
So yeah, that moment was very happy. Now I am satisfied what I am there.
Okay.
It was good.
Okay, wonderful. See, this is what the point of articulation. All right, when you know how to sell yourself, definitely we all are a product, right? So each and everybody is a product. We need to talk. We need to communicate so that they can understand and understand our demand, and accordingly they can purchase us.
Yeah. Right. You should focus your put skills like what you know. Even because what I felt like manager know like what you are doing, and that hiring team know until the technical skills they know like what. So when it goes to the HR part, they doesn't know about skills. Right. So you just focus and saying that you are very what do you call very good at that skill. So you need that much money, because if you see the market, you will know what is this. So that thing I pushed with the HR also, and she then replied we will talk to manager, all those things. Then they came back, and I was also very sure okay, this is I'm getting, I'm satisfied with my part. So I kept some target, I should focus to, I will get minimum maximum in this range.
Okay.
If I get in that range, okay, I will go. And even one of the interview I given, I remember it was very well done. So we came in the I think that was a startup company. They wanted to finish everything in a one shot. Okay. So they told, okay, we are happy with your technical skills, then we will go for salary part. So as I told, I need 15 LPA, then they fight, why bro? So you have only not a proper experience, so you just have some intern experience. Okay. Then I told, I know I'm an intern experience, but I have good knowledge in with my previous organization. I know how to manage team, all those things. Okay. I told I have managed around 60 plus. Yeah, that all fine, but why this one? Only thing out of that 1 hour, I think that interview went. Okay. Out of that 15 to 20 minutes, it was only with the HR part, salary negotiation. Okay. So then they told, we will get back to you. So then in the meantime, I got robot and I joined, since I branding is also very important. Correct. So now I'm in there for Bosch last 1 year.
1 year, okay, wonderful. It's a good conversation, I guess. So the point is, until you get what you wanted, you should never stop your fight. Right. So he was doing his program, he learned well, he worked on some projects, he was still in his mechanical core field, he applied to different companies, and also he was working and he continuously upskilled himself. So he never stopped anywhere in his entire journey, right? That's what he, with respect to Sagar's story, he went through a lot of struggles. Even with the mobile phone hotspot, he was studying for some time. And now he's working in Robert Bosch with the salary what he expected. He's very much satisfied. Within 6 months, he even got a hike. And that is also a great thing to know. So it was really, it was really inspiring story, how you got into this particular data science, Sagar. Really great. So one last point. Okay. Is that in case, what is your final message if somebody is struggling to get into this data science path, or if somebody wants to get into this data science path? Is there something that you wanted to convey to them? Is it good to learn, or what is it something? Let's say if they're joining from any institute or to any institute, what is something they need to focus on before joining? So what are all the things that they need to consider? So what is your final message to them? You can just share.
Okay. So I think after I was in the Robert Bosch, so many persons they called me, bro, I want to do this career transition. Is there better, or suggest me which are the institute I need to focus. So one thing, everyone can do this one. There is no rocket science kind. So only thing is you have to keep practicing, learn, practice. That one you have to do until and unless you get the job. So so many persons, as they called me, I told them, see, now every institute they are offering. So only thing, whichever institute you go, so you learn from yourself and try to put as much as effort you are. So then only you are able to go through the transition. And I doesn't feel any prior background you need, or so many persons they ask like I am from mechanical, I doesn't know coding, all those things. I will say like none, like there is nothing for a background. Even if you are from non-IT, or I think enough one of our batch, I think two persons I think from the B.Com.
Okay.
Yeah, they also like I think in one of our conversation they told they are from B.Com, BBM, and some like hotel management persons also they
Right,
are.
I
Yeah,
remember that, yes.
yeah, they also like got transition. I think engineers can do all easily that one. So only thing is like you have to keep focus for 6 months or 8 months until you finish the course and get some grip. And one thing I felt like once you finish the course, try to attend as many as interviews. Even though like if something like I given so many interviews for Noida, all those things. Even though I know like I doesn't want to go there and I work there, but I used to give the interview for that places. And what I got to know like what the like team wants from us. So when I give some like interviews, I used to get some questions from their end.
Okay.
So even though if I doesn't know some answer, they used to give feedback.
Okay.
So that feedback and that questions will definitely help to crack interview in the next time.
Okay.
And I think I remember one person from Noida. So we just got a conversation, and that too like I given the interview on the phone.
Okay.
So he called me and he told like this is my stage. I think earlier stage only. And actually they were looking for very like highly like experience.
Okay.
So then with my name like Viddyasagar, no? So he told, oh, you are Viddyasagar, Ishwarchand Viddyasagar. Okay. No, I'm normal Viddyasagar. So then with that hope, they also given multiple feedback. So he told like you are in the from so and so background, you are doing so and so work. I feel like you should take bit time, learn again, come back.
Okay.
So yeah, I got so many good feedback, and sometimes they will tell like we will get back and they will not come. So only thing is don't lose hope. Try to keep working until and unless you get success. So once you get into any new company, then you can chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So that's the final message for you all. Never stop giving interviews in case if you have already completed learning data science. It's just that, in case if you wanted to get some guidance or mentorship or anything, just give a call to me in the description box given below. I'll be trying to help you out how to attend interviews or how to prepare your resumes, how to sell yourself. So even these kind of skills, in case if you're struggling, you can just obviously reach out. So we have learned something from Sagar today, that it is something possible to get into the field of data science. If you regularly practice with patience and if you persevere through that, definitely it is possible. So start putting things into action, continuously practice. See, again, remember 2 C's, I have already told. Without commitment, you cannot start. Without consistency, you will never end. So Viddyasagar showed his consistency until he gets what he wanted with respect to the package or with respect to the branding company, whatever he wanted to. Now he is happy, all right? So he started putting things into practice. Initially, he was feeling a lot of difficulty because it's something new, completely from zero coding background and everything. But he put everything into action. So if you are willing to put everything into action, you also can become like Sagar or even better than Sagar or in your own way. All right. So it's just like 6 to 9 months time is more than sufficient for anybody to get into the field of data science. But are you willing to put things into action? That's a big question. If yes, so reach out to us, and you will also be here one day talking like Sagar, sharing your career transition stories. All right. So thank you, Sagar, for joining with me in this entire conversation.
Thank you.
I hope this conversation was useful to many.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help. One or the other will come back from this one.
Okay. All right, fine. So thank you so much for watching this entire episode. See you all in the next episode with the next career transition story. Thank you so much. Bye.